Hi everyone! The transfer window will open very soon, so be sure to support us with a like for more people to get to know the latest football news. Without further ado, let's get the show on the pitch. Due to a large number of injured performers, Real Madrid will likely look to go into the January transfer market in order to acquire a new central defender. Juventus are working on extending Federico Chiesa's contract. His current agreement expires in the summer of 2025. Legendary ex-midfielder Juan Román Riquelme was elected to be president of Boca Juniors. He won 64.4% of the vote. The Europa League and Conference League last 16 draws took place yesterday. The results are in front of you. Manchester City star Kevin De Bruyne became a victim of a robbery. The burglars broke into his home in Belgium with a stepladder and stole lots of valuables. Luckily, no one was home at the time the crime was committed. We are interested in both of them not being on loan but a part of this club. We'll see how it progresses. Signings will be assessed on the right time. I think both Cancelo and Felix are cases from which all parties involved will end up satisfied, Joan Laporta noted. Manchester United, AC Milan, Fulham and West Ham United scouts have all been watching Stuttgart's top scorer Serhou Guirassy performing against Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Quique Sánchez-Flores has been appointed as the new head coach of Sevilla, replacing Diego Alonso. The last club Flores has taken over as a manager was Getafe. Georgian striker Georgios Mikautadze will return to Metz. The player is dissatisfied with the small amount of minutes he receives at Ajax. And Nkunku can maybe play 20 minutes against Newcastle. The priority is to feel 100%. My worry is to put too much pressure on him now that he's arrived and to make us win every single game. It's not gonna be like this. He needs time, Mauricio Pochettino stated. Kevin De Bruyne has been spotted back in Man City's first team training. The Belgian could make his return at the Club World Cup. Manchester United football director John Morto flew to Saudi Arabia for talks. The Red Devils are trying to sell Anthony Martial, Rafael Varane, Jadon Sancho and Casemiro. Juventus have opened talks with Manchester City over the transfer of Calvin Phillips. The White and Blacks have offered to take the central midfielder on loan with an option to buy him at the end of the season. Harry Kane has won FC Bayern Player of the Month award for the second time in a row. Throughout 5 November games, the Englishman managed to score 8 goals. Lyon are expected to take Chelsea centre-back Benoit Badiashile on loan this winter. The kids believe that they can be helped by good relations with the pensioners, which had developed during negotiations for Malo Gusto. Chelsea are considering a potential winter move for Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, as the club do not know yet when Robert Sanchez will return from injury. Toni Kroos is considering a return to the Germany men's national team in order to play at a European Championship at home. The Saudi League improvement has been massive. It's because of the investment, and from what we hear, it's not gonna stop. Future in Saudi? For now, I'm focused on City. Very happy playing European football, which in my opinion is the highest level, Bernardo Silva claimed. Barcelona are monitoring Genoa centre-back Radu Gradusin, who could become an alternative to Ronald Araujo. Thomas Müller and the Bayern Munich board have agreed on the contract renewal for the experienced forward until the summer of 2025. AC Milan forward Noah Okafor and central midfielder Tommaso Pobega will miss at least a month of action with injuries. Real Madrid have conceded a total of 11 goals after 17 La Liga rounds, setting the best defensive record since the 1971-72 season. Manchester United midfielder Christian Eriksen has returned to training after being sidelined for the last month through injury. We trust Xavi and he deserves that. We have total faith in him. He's a great manager. He is protecting his players, and the relationship between Xavi and me remains excellent. If you look at our post-game stats, they are all very good, Joan Laporta told the media. Fluminense slammed Egypt's Al Ahly 2-0 and earned its place as the first finalists of the 2023 Club World Cup. RB Leipzig are currently investigating the potential of bringing Jadon Sancho back to the Bundesliga, but the footballer's salary could be a deal-breaker for the club. After 17 La Liga match days, Girona remained as the sensational league leaders. The White and Red are 2 points ahead of Real Madrid. If the court gives a verdict in our favor, the first thing we have to do is start a period of reflection with UEFA. It has to be done like this. UEFA must have the opportunity to participate in this new competition. The speed of the project will depend on this dialogue, but in 1 or 2 years, we could have the Super League up and running, Joan Laporta said. It's okay, it's not what I was going for, though it's my first season, so I'm happy. Although everybody's talking shit, I'm very happy. I don't care what people say, Nicholas Jackson admitted. Vinicius, Camavinga and Arda Güler will all be back after the holidays, Carlo Ancelotti informed. Emre Can, Julian Brandt, Sebastian Aller, Nicolas Zule, Marco Reus and Gregor Kobel have lodged a complaint with their coach Edin Terzic because of his overly defensive tactics and wrong tactical guidelines. Nottingham Forest are in contact with former Tottenham Hotspur, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Al Ittihad boss Nuno Espirito Santo. He is the main candidate to replace Steve Cooper. One of Aston Villa's leaders, Douglas Luiz, has emerged as the main target of Arsenal in the summer transfer window of 2024. The villains will not let him out for less than £100 million. PSG are keeping tabs on 18-year-old Bayern Munich forward Mathys Tel. The Red and Blues could sign him in the summer in case Kylian Mbappe leaves the club. One of Saudi Pro League clubs is interested in Fiorentina striker Mbalan Zola. Yesterday we got a couple of matches from Europe's top divisions. Alright, moving on to the main news of the release. Barcelona winger Raphinha is no longer untouchable. The current La Liga winners are open to the idea of selling the Brazilian, but for a very large transfer fee of €100 million, while Raphinha himself has no intention to quit Barca. Manchester United were interested in a swap deal for Jadon Sancho. Another option is said to be Saudi Arabia. Clubs from the Middle East are interested in having the Brazilian in their ranks and have already asked the Catalans about a possible departure. However, Barca's decision regarding Raphinha may change if he improves his performance in the second half of the season. So far, he has 2 goals and 6 assists in 16 appearances. Problems in the center of defense forced Real Madrid to search for a new player for the position in the winter. Young Benfica and Portugal international centre-back Antonio Silva is considered to be a priority option for Los Blancos, though his €100 million release clause is what could keep the Spanish Goliaths from getting the deal done. Not to mention Manchester City, Bayern Munich and Manchester United also being in the race for the footballer's signature. Besides Silva, Real are monitoring 2 prodigies: 17-year-old Joel Hato from Ajax and 18-year-old Leny Yoro from Lille. It is also noted that the Whites may end up refusing to go for a new centre-back and thus trust Aurelien Tchouameni, Nacho, Rudiger and Castilla representative Rafa Marin in this role. Yesterday, the draw for the Champions League last 16 round had officially taken place in Switzerland. Here are the matchups we got. According to predictions of Opta analysts, this season's favorites for the Champions League title are its current winners Man City, who will start their path through the knockout phase against Copenhagen. They have a 26.82% chance for the triumph. Next in line are Real Madrid, with 15.27%, while the third place is occupied by Bayern Munich, who got 12.33%. Interestingly enough, Barcelona are listed below Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan and PSG. After David Alaba's name appeared on Real Madrid's long-term injury list, the club began to ponder over the option of bringing its legend back to the squad. We are talking about Raphael Varane. However, Real Madrid are willing to offer Manchester United and the Frenchman only a 6-month loan deal, mostly because the Merengues are looking for a youngster who could not only fit the missing gap, but become the team's regular pick for many years to come. Varane is open to leaving Manchester United, especially since he has recently lost his place in the starting 11. Representatives of the Saudi Pro League have already tried to secure his services at some point. In the ever-evolving saga of Cristiano Ronaldo's career, the Portuguese striker has once again written his name in history, this time as the most searched athlete of all time on Google, reported by Goal. Even in the relentless pursuit of footballing greatness at the age of 38, Ronaldo continues to captivate fans worldwide, outshining his lifelong rival Lionel Messi in the digital realm. Guys, check out the suggested videos from our other projects. There is always something to see there. Well, the Football News channel was with you. Take care, and we wish you all the best. Bye-bye, and see you in a bit.